Hello Pisces, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading, Pisces. Bit of a weird shuffle, I might do that twice. Slightly better. Okay, what's going on with Pisces in the week ahead? Seven of Wands, the High Priestess. So you might intuitively feel like this week's gonna be harder than others. I've got a weird taste in my mouth right now. Somebody's eating something that I've never tried or something. I don't know, it's very strange. Although I don't really try many different foods. The moon and the sun coming out. You have two opposites. The moon and the sun and the High Priestess. There's a lot of intuition on your side. You are a water sign, which makes a lot of sense. But with the High Priestess and the moon, you might be very quiet and your partner or the person you meet very soon is very loud or boisterous in some way. I feel like someone's your complete polar opposite, right? Sun and moon, but in a very beautiful way. High Priestess coming through. You could sense that there's somebody coming in. Also, if you're single, you sense that someone new is about to pop up. Or fight for a connection. You have Seven of Wands. You might sense that somebody wants to return and fight for a connection. But it's a bit hidden right now and it's going to be exposed. Like you feel, it's almost like you know something, but you don't know how you know it. And then something's going to be exposed and you're like, wow, I was right about that. Like you're very psychic. The Emperor and the Three of Cups. Somebody's about to step into their power. With the Seven of Wands to the Emperor, you might be friends with someone and they have a lot of feelings for you. I feel this strongly. The moon is deep hidden emotions and then the sun is exposure. So somebody's about to expose feelings for you that's just friends with you right now. They're about to step into their power and their confidence and just throw it all out there. Put their heart on the line, I feel. The Tower. They're like, this could go badly. It could go well. Whatever it does, it's going to change our dynamic. And that might be why there's been a bit of a delay. If this is someone you've known for a while, but with the Knight of Cups, romance, like this is love. This is a connection. Temperance, also balance and polar opposites, right? I said polar opposites, now you got temperance, fire and water. Could be a Sagittarius you're connected to, could be a Leo, could be a Cancer, could be a Pisces, could be a Aries, doesn't have to be though. Could be a Scorpio. They're just the signs that are about. I know you guys like to know, but don't get too attached. Judgment. You got a lot of majors. You got big things happening in the week ahead. Somebody exposing feelings for you that's friends with you. There's a decision that you have to make. You might be like, let's just stay friends and see what happens. Like you're kind of like, especially with Temperance, you're very calm and collected and you're kind of like, like I'm just noticing she's dipping her foot, just one foot in. So you might be like, yeah, well, we can try it, but I'm not sure I'm interested in dating. Or there's something where you're going to be like half in, half out because you don't want to ruin the connection that you have with them. But I'm telling you right now, as soon as they expose feelings for you, it's kind of like with the Tower here, everything's changed forever. So whether this goes well, whether it goes bad, it's changed forever now just because of the way that there's that thing of you know that they like you and you know they have feelings for you. So it's hard to just look at them normally. Again, you can't look at them as your friend because you're like, you can see in their eyes that they're looking at you in a different way and it's going to change the dynamic, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Judgment here, it's for you to decide, for you to judge. Nine of Swords, a lot of fear. I did sense that. There was no cards of fear, but I sensed that it's been like a long time coming. They're about to stand in their power. So for me to say they're about to stand in their power means that in the past they were afraid. They were up at night worrying. They were thinking they weren't strong enough, but they were. Queen of Cups, very intuitive, very loving, very caring. You have a lot of like emotion that you give out to others and you might even give it to this person. You might be this person's kind of go-to advice giver or this person goes to you for a shoulder to cry on a lot, but it's almost like now you're going to be looking at them very differently because they're going to kind of be the shoulder for you to cry on, or they want to be that for you. Like, it might not have been reciprocal in the past. You might have been the one that they always came to, and now they're like, look, why do you never come to me? And you're like, oh, well, I don't know. You might be very independent also for me to say that. The Death card, Scorpio energy again. Six of Swords, right? So there's an ending of you. If you're very independent and you handle everything on your own, this person's like, come to me. And then with the Six of Swords, you're kind of listening. You're like, okay. And there's going to be a situation where you're like, okay, you kind of have a point. Here's the deal. I don't know. I see you kind of sharing with them. I just heard oversharing. You might overshare a little bit, but they won't know. They won't know the difference because they're not used to hearing you share. So it's not like you're oversharing too much. They won't see it as oversharing at all, but I think you don't open up very much. So the second you do, you're like, did I say too much? But you haven't, or you won't if this hasn't happened. Page of Wands has been trying to come out that whole time. It's finally out. There's an adventure you're going to take with someone that you've never taken before. This could even be just you adventuring into like a love with this person, or even you guys go on a trip together. You might travel with this person and say, look, let's see what happens on this trip, and if nothing happens, then I think we should stay friends. It's almost like especially with Judgment, it's like you're making like a plan. I feel like you're deciding to give them like a chance and make a plan, but you're also like, almost like you're very skeptical of this going anywhere. Like, especially with Nine of Cups, very independent, very emotionally content, and you fulfill your own emotions. You look after your own emotions. You don't expect anybody else to make you happy, which is a very healthy place to be. However, this person wants to be that 10th cup. You can have 10 cups and you only have 9. This person wants to offer you that last cup, I think. And you're like, I don't see it happening. Also, like, she just looks like she's sipping her tea. So you're like, well, I'm skeptical. I doubt it's going to work, but I'm also kind of interested to get some gossip. I'm also kind of interested to see what happens. Like, you're doing it not for the drama, but to get like, you're like, you're like wanting to see what happens. Like, someone's eating popcorn, like, I don't know, you're like asking this person to kind of show you their best selves, or almost like they're auditioning for you in some way, and you're just like, show me why I should. I don't know why I'm getting that energy from you of like somebody asking you out and you're like, show me why I should, or tell me why I should. Or somebody else asked me out yesterday, why would you be better than them? Give me one good, I don't know, there's something where maybe you're also a boss in some way and you're doing like interviews with people and you're like, so tell me why you'd be a good employee, or tell me why I should hire you, is what I'm getting. It's the energy this is giving, and I think you're saying that to someone. Tell me why I should date you. It's very forward, but it's also very like you're sipping your tea, watching them, and like really trying to observe how they handle this. And you're like very skeptical of them actually pulling through and impressing you. But they very well might. They very well might, I don't know what my words do. But with the Death card, like Capricorn energy with the Devil coming out, 8 of Cups, 3 of Swords. You've definitely been in toxicity in the past and you're afraid of that repeating itself, and that's why you would rather observe this person trying to prove themselves to you than actually accept it. I don't know why. I feel like maybe you've known this person for a while, or if it's your friend you would have, but it's like you just want to see more. You're like, give me more, show me more. And you're constantly wanting more, instead of investing any time into it yourself, because you kind of want them to show you what they've got, if that makes sense. Or vice versa. Maybe that's somebody else just watching what you're giving them, and there's someone walking away, and I think it's you. You've kind of walked away from the energy of like fear. In the past, there's been fear to go towards this person, to accept it. Whereas now, I feel like you're opening up the idea to, okay, fine, I'll give you a chance. Let's see what happens. You're going to give them a chance, even though they could cause pain, or they could repeat a cycle of someone you dated in the past, or right? But they're not going to. Knight of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. This person's been waiting. 7 of Pentacles is waiting, and Knight of Cups is somebody that has a lot of emotion for you and a lot of romantic feelings towards you. So they are coming forward, but they were waiting for the right time. They were waiting for the right opportunity, and they were waiting for, like, their energy could sense that you were closed off to the idea. Maybe they flirted with you a little bit just to test the waters, and they knew straight away you were closed off to it. Whereas, like, now I feel like you're coming into this energy of being open to it, and they can sense that, and they're about to come forward. I feel like something's being exposed here. This is completely a love reading. I didn't mean for it to be. I'm going to wrap it up here though. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated, please let me know by liking and subscribing. And I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Turtle Tarot Tuesdays.